Opening shot. Close-up of the creator looking directly into the camera with a concerned yet curious expression. Background music is light and slightly suspenseful. Creator. So imagine this. You've just had a great chat with her. Things were flowing, the vibes were right, and you were pretty sure she felt it too. You exchange numbers, send her a text, and then nothing. Hours turn into days and you're staring at your phone, wondering, did I mess up? Should I text her again? Or should I just forget it? I know that feeling. It's frustrating, confusing, and honestly, it can mess with your head. But here's the thing, there's a smarter way to handle this. And it doesn't involve spamming her phone or overthinking every single word. Today, I'm going to break down exactly what you should do when she ignores you and how to turn the situation around without losing your cool. Cut to the next scene with a smooth transition into the main content. Point 1. Don't panic, don't double text. Scene. The creator stands in front of a whiteboard, writing 1. Don't panic, don't double text, in bold letters. Cut to a scenario of a guy checking his phone repeatedly. Creator. Okay, let's get this straight. When she doesn't reply right away, the worst thing you can do is panic. I get it. You're probably thinking, did I say something wrong? Did she lose interest? But before you let those thoughts spiral, take a deep breath. The reality is, people get busy. Maybe she's caught up with work, maybe her phone died, or maybe she's just not in the headspace to text back right now. Whatever the reason, it's not necessarily a reflection on you, and that's why, when she goes silent, you have to resist the urge to double text. Scene shifts to a guy holding his phone, tempted to type another message, but then placing the phone down on the table instead. Why? Because double texting, especially when there's no reply to the first message, comes across as needy. It sends the message that you're desperate for her attention, and that's not the vibe you want to give off. Think about it. If you receive multiple texts back to back without responding, you'd feel pressured, right? Well, she'll feel the same. Instead, give her time to respond. This shows that you respect her space and that you're not dependent on her reply to feel secure. A lot of people think that silence means they need to fill the gap with more words, but sometimes silence is actually your best move. Cut to the creator leaning back with a relaxed posture. So here's the key. Put the phone down, distract yourself, and let it be. Trust me, this makes you come off as way more confident. And confidence? That's something she'll notice, even if she's not replying right now. Remember, your worth isn't tied to how quickly someone texts back. Point 2, focus on your own thing. Scene, the creator sits on a couch, looking relaxed and casual with a confident smile. Cut to a scene of a guy scrolling through his phone, then shifting his attention to a guitar, a basketball, and other hobbies. Creator. All right, so while you're giving her space, the next step is to focus on your own life. Sounds simple, right? But it's actually a game changer. Here's the deal. When someone ignores you, it's easy to get caught up in waiting. You start checking your phone every few minutes, analyzing every little detail of your last conversation. But this just puts you in a position where her actions control your emotions. Instead, flip the script. Use this time to work on yourself, on things you genuinely enjoy. Maybe it's hitting the gym, picking up that hobby you've been putting off, or even just hanging out with friends. Not only does this take your mind off waiting for a reply, but it also makes you more interesting. Scene changes to a guy playing basketball, hanging out with friends, and working out at the gym. Think about it. When you're constantly chasing someone, you're not as attractive as when you're living your own life. People are drawn to those who are confident, passionate, and self-assured. When she sees that you're not sitting around waiting for her, but instead, you're out there doing your own thing, it shifts the dynamic. It's like saying, I like you, but my life doesn't revolve around you. Cut back to the creator looking more animated. Here's the magic. When you're focusing on yourself, you're building up your own value, and this confidence radiates. She might notice that you're not always available, that you're busy living a life you're excited about, and that shift in energy can make her curious, even want to reach out again. It's not about playing games, it's about making sure that no matter what happens, you're good, and that makes all the difference. Bean, the creator, now looking more upbeat, leans forward as if letting the viewer in on a secret. Cut to a scenario of a guy drafting a new message on his phone, thinking carefully. Creator, so you've given her space and you've been focusing on your own life. Now let's talk about what to do when you're ready to reach out again. Because yes, you can re-engage, but this time, it's all about bringing a new energy to the table. After a few days have passed without any communication, you might want to drop a message to remind her that you're still around. But here's the catch. You have to keep it light and low pressure. Don't bring up the fact that she didn't reply, don't ask why she's been quiet, and definitely don't make it seem like you've been waiting for her response. Instead, come in with something fresh and positive. Scene shifts to a guy typing out a casual message. Hey, just wanted to check in. Hope your week's been great. Or sending a funny meme. A good way to do this is to send a simple, lighthearted text like, hey, hope you're doing great. Or if you have an inside joke or a funny meme that reminds you of her, share that. It shows that you're reaching out without any expectations and you're not holding on to any negativity about the silence. You're just being yourself. Cut to the creator nodding confidently. This approach does a few things. First, it shows that you're secure enough to not let a lack of reply get to you. Second, it shifts the conversation to a more positive space, making it easier for her to re-engage without feeling awkward. And finally, it gives her the opportunity to respond if she wants to, but without any pressure. If she replies, great, you can pick up the conversation from there. And if she doesn't, well, you've shown that you're capable of reaching out without overthinking it. Either way, you've demonstrated that you're confident, collected, and genuinely interested in connecting, without losing sight of your own worth. Remember, it's not about winning someone over, it's about showing up as your best self. And that's the vibe she'll remember. Point 4, understand when to move on. Scene, the creator sits in a more serious, reflective tone, leaning forward and looking directly into the camera. Cut to a scene of a guy looking at his phone one last time before setting it down with a calm expression. Creator, all right, this next part might be tough to hear, but it's crucial. You have to know when it's time to move on. Look, I get it. Sometimes you really click with someone, and it's hard to let go of the idea of what could have been. But the reality is, not everyone who comes into our lives is meant to stay. And that's okay. If you've given her space, focused on yourself, and even tried re-engaging with a positive attitude, but she's still not responding, it's time to face the truth. Maybe she's not interested, or maybe she's dealing with her own stuff and isn't in a place to connect right now. Whatever the reason, it's not a reflection of your worth or what you bring to the table. Scene shifts to a guy walking outside, looking thoughtful but with a sense of acceptance. He puts his phone in his pocket and starts focusing on his surroundings. Moving on doesn't mean you failed. It means you respect yourself enough to not invest your time and energy into someone who isn't reciprocating it. Think of it this way. Every moment you spend waiting for a reply that might never come is a moment you could be spending with someone who's excited to hear from you. Someone who values your time and energy as much as you value theirs. Cut back to the creator, speaking more softly but with a determined tone. So how do you move on? Start by embracing the unknown. Delete the chat if you have to. Focus even more on the things and people that bring you joy. Remind yourself that you deserve someone who's all in, not someone you have to convince. It's not about giving up on her, it's about choosing yourself. And here's the thing, when you let go of chasing someone's attention, you free up space for new connections, connections that might surprise you in ways you never expected. Letting go can be hard, but it's often the step that leads you to something better. Remember, the right person will make you feel wanted, not like you have to chase their attention. And until that person comes along, focus on being the best version of yourself. You're worth it. Point 5, stay true to yourself. Scene, the creator sits back with a calm, reflective expression, speaking directly to the audience. Cut to a scenario of a guy looking in the mirror, taking a deep breath and smiling to himself. Creator. Now this last point is the most important one. Stay true to yourself. In situations like these, it's easy to feel like you need to change who you are just to get someone's attention. Maybe you think, should I be more aloof? Should I pretend I'm not interested? But here's the truth. Being someone you're not is never going to lead to a genuine connection. Scene shifts to a montage of the guy doing things he loves, playing his guitar, reading a book, and laughing with friends. When she ignores you, it can feel like maybe you're not enough as you are. But that feeling is a trap. The reality is, staying true to who you are, your interests, your quirks, and your values, is what will ultimately attract the right people into your life. It's tempting to play games or put on a mask, but those things always backfire in the long run. Cut to the creator with a knowing smile. Here's the thing, people are drawn to authenticity. When you're comfortable with who you are, you project a different kind of confidence, one that doesn't rely on someone else's validation. And that confidence is what makes you stand out. So even if she's not texting back, don't change yourself just to try to fit into what you think she might want. Instead, keep being the person you are. Focus on what makes you happy, and the right people will gravitate towards you. Scene changes to the guy walking confidently outside, enjoying a sunset, looking more at ease with himself. Remember, if you're going to be with someone, wouldn't you want them to like you for who you truly are? Pretending to be someone else might get you temporary attention, but it won't build the kind of connection that lasts, and you deserve something real. Cut back to the creator, speaking more earnestly now. So stay true to yourself, even when things don't go as planned. It might mean some people drift away, but it also means you're making room for those who appreciate you just as you are. When you're genuine, you attract genuine people, and that's how you build connections that actually matter. Remember, the right person will see the real you and want to stick around. Stay authentic and let the rest fall into place. Point 6, learn and grow from the experience. Scene. The creator stands in a cozy, quiet room, hands in pockets, with a thoughtful look. Cut to a scene of a guy sitting at a desk, looking at a notebook where he's written down some reflections. Creator. All right, so she didn't reply. You've given her space, worked on yourself, even tried re-engaging, and at some point you decided to let it go. It's easy to think that all this effort went to waste, but here's where the real opportunity lies. This is a moment to learn and grow. Scene shifts to the guy sitting outside, looking out thoughtfully, then writing in a journal. Think about it. Each experience, even the ones that don't end the way you hoped, teaches you something valuable. Maybe you learn more about patience, about respecting someone's space, or about the importance of maintaining your own self-worth. Or maybe you discovered that you were putting too much of your own happiness into someone else's hands. These are lessons that will make you stronger, more self-aware, and more prepared for the next connection you make. Cut back to the creator, who is now speaking with a more optimistic tone. So instead of dwelling on what didn't happen, focus on what you've gained from this experience. Ask yourself, what did I learn about myself through this? How can I take this and become a better version of myself? The goal isn't to become perfect. It's to grow a little bit with every step you take, even the ones that feel like setbacks. Scene changes to a montage of the guy trying new activities, going for a run, meeting new people, and enjoying life with a fresh perspective. Growth happens when we face challenges, and that includes dealing with situations where things don't go as planned. When you embrace these moments as learning experiences, you come out stronger and more resilient. And that growth doesn't just help you in dating, it helps you in every aspect of life. Cut to the creator with a confident smile. Remember, life is a journey, and every experience, good or bad, adds to your story. If she didn't reply, it doesn't define you. What defines you is how you choose to move forward, how you use those moments to build a better you. It's not just about getting the girl, it's about becoming the person you're proud to be, no matter who's in your life. Scene fades out with the guy walking confidently down a new path, looking at peace with where he's headed. Point 7, keep an open mind for what's next. Scene. The creator sits in a more relaxed, hopeful setting, smiling slightly with an outdoor background. Cut to a scene of a guy walking through a park, looking around and enjoying the day. Creator. Finally, let's talk about what might be the most exciting part of all this. Keeping an open mind for what's next. When someone doesn't reply, it's easy to focus so much on what went wrong that you forget about all the possibilities that are still out there. But here's the truth. Just because one connection didn't pan out doesn't mean there aren't plenty of great ones still waiting for you. Scene shifts to a montage of the guy bumping into new people, trying out new hobbies like joining a local sports team or taking a cooking class and having genuine conversations. Maybe this experience has pushed you out of your comfort zone a bit. Maybe it's made you rethink what you're looking for in a person, or even helped you realize what kind of energy you want to attract into your life. Now's the time to explore those realizations, to stay curious about who you might meet next, and to keep your mind open to whatever comes your way. Cut back to the creator, leaning in as if sharing an inside tip. Here's the best part. When you're not hung up on a single outcome, you're able to see the new opportunities around you. You become more open to meeting new people, trying new things, and embracing whatever surprises life has in store. This shift in mindset is powerful. It means that you're no longer defined by the disappointment of one experience, but rather by your excitement for what's possible. Scene changes to the guy smiling as he chats with new friends, enjoying a night out, looking more relaxed and at ease. Staying open-minded means accepting that sometimes things don't work out for a reason and that there's something better around the corner. It means being okay with the unknown and seeing it as a chance for new adventures. And who knows, the next person you meet might be exactly who you were hoping for all along. Or maybe you'll just enjoy the journey of getting to know yourself a little better. Cut to the creator speaking with an encouraging tone. So when things don't go as planned, don't close yourself off. Keep that sense of curiosity alive. Life has a way of bringing the right people and experiences into your path when you're not clinging too tightly to what didn't work out. Stay open, stay curious, and let the next chapter unfold. Scene fades out with the guy walking into a sunset-lit street, ready for whatever comes next. Point 8, embrace the journey. Scene. The creator stands in a warm, inviting space, perhaps surrounded by inspirational quotes or images. The tone is upbeat and encouraging. Cut to a scene of the guy sitting on a bench, looking contemplative, but with a hint of a smile watching people pass by. Creator. All right, let's wrap things up with this final point. Embrace the journey. Life isn't just about the destination, it's about every moment along the way. When you find yourself in a situation where someone is ignoring you, it can feel like the end of the world. But here's the kicker. It's really just another part of your story. Scene shifts to a montage of the guy going through various experiences, traveling, spending time with friends, exploring new places, and enjoying different activities. Every interaction, every encounter, successful or not, contributes to who you are becoming. Think about all the things you've learned about yourself, what you value in relationships, and what you want in life. Each of these experiences shapes you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient person. Cut back to the creator, speaking passionately and animatedly. When you embrace the journey, you stop seeing setbacks as failures and start viewing them as opportunities for growth. Every time you put yourself out there, you gain a better understanding of your needs and desires. You learn to appreciate the little victories, like discovering new hobbies, meeting new friends, or simply learning to enjoy your own company. Scene changes to the guy happily laughing with friends, exploring a new city, and genuinely enjoying life. And guess what? These moments make for great stories and memories. When you look back, you won't just remember the times you felt ignored or rejected. You'll remember the adventures, the laughs, and the connections you made along the way. Those are the moments that truly matter. Cut to the creator, wrapping up with a warm smile and encouraging tone. So embrace this journey and understand that each chapter, even the challenging ones, plays a vital role in your life. By focusing on the journey rather than just the outcomes, you'll find yourself more content, more open to new experiences, and more ready for whatever comes next. Life is full of twists and turns, and that's what makes it exciting. Scene fades out with the guy walking away, looking back at the camera with a smile and a sense of anticipation for what lies ahead. Creator. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time. Point 9, cultivate a positive mindset. Scene. The creator is in a bright, uplifting environment, surrounded by plants or cheerful decor. They're smiling and speaking enthusiastically. Cut to a scene of a guy sitting in a cozy corner, sipping a cup of coffee and reflecting on his day with a smile. Creator. Now let's talk about something incredibly powerful: cultivating a positive mindset. When you're faced with someone ignoring you, it's easy to fall into negative thought patterns. You might think, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never find someone who likes me." But that kind of thinking can trap you in a cycle of self-doubt and discouragement. Scene shifts to the guy looking at a vision board filled with positive affirmations, goals, and images of things that inspire him. Instead, flip the script. Focus on the positives in your life and remind yourself of your strengths. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or pretending everything is perfect. It means acknowledging your feelings while choosing to focus on what's good in your life. Think about it. Every rejection or moment of silence is an opportunity to practice self-compassion. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can I use this moment to grow? This shift in mindset empowers you to see challenges as stepping stones rather than obstacles. Cut back to the creator, nodding encouragingly. Surround yourself with positivity. Engage with friends who uplift you. Consume content that inspires you, and take part in activities that bring you joy. When you fill your life with positivity, you create an environment where confidence can thrive. Scene changes to the guy engaging in various activities that make him happy, playing a sport, painting, or spending time with loved ones, all while wearing a genuine smile. Practicing gratitude can also play a significant role in cultivating a positive mindset. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you're thankful for, big or small. This simple act can shift your focus from what you lack to what you have, creating a more optimistic outlook on life. Cut to the creator speaking with warmth and encouragement. Remember, a positive mindset doesn't mean you won't face challenges. It means you'll approach them with resilience and hope. By choosing to focus on the good, you'll naturally attract more positivity into your life, including healthier relationships and more fulfilling connections. Scene fades out with the guy laughing and enjoying life, clearly embracing a positive outlook. Creator. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time. Point 10. Don't be afraid to seek support. Scene. The creator is in a welcoming environment, perhaps a cozy living room or a cafe. They're sitting comfortably, exuding warmth and friendliness. Cut to a scene of a guy talking to a friend over coffee, both laughing and sharing thoughts. Creator. Finally, let's address something that's often overlooked. Don't be afraid to seek support. When you're feeling ignored or uncertain about a relationship, it can be tempting to keep everything bottled up inside. You might think, "I can handle this on my own," or "I don't want to burden anyone with my problems." But here's the truth. Seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Scene shifts to the guy sharing his feelings with a trusted friend who listens attentively and offers encouragement. Whether it's talking to a friend, family member, or even a professional, sharing what you're going through can provide you with valuable perspectives and insights. Often we get so caught up in our own thoughts that we lose sight of the bigger picture. A fresh perspective from someone who cares can be incredibly grounding and helpful. Cut back to the creator, looking more serious but reassuring. Consider joining a support group or community where people share similar experiences. Sometimes just knowing you're not alone in feeling a certain way can be incredibly liberating. These spaces can be a great source of encouragement, camaraderie, and inspiration as you navigate through your feelings. Scene changes to the guy attending a group meeting or workshop where he's surrounded by others sharing their experiences and laughing together. Additionally, don't underestimate the power of self-help resources. Books, podcasts, and online communities can offer support and strategies for managing your feelings and building resilience. Cut to the creator with an encouraging smile. Remember, reaching out for help shows that you value your emotional well-being. It's about surrounding yourself with a support system that empowers you to be your best self. The people who care about you want to be there for you, so don't hesitate to lean on them during tough times. Scene fades out with the guy feeling more at ease after having shared his feelings, looking hopeful and ready to embrace whatever comes next. Creator. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time. Conclusion. Scene. The creator stands in a warm, inviting space, smiling and looking directly at the camera. Soft music plays in the background, creating an uplifting atmosphere. Creator. So there you have it. If she's ignoring you, remember that it's not the end of the world. It's an opportunity to focus on yourself, grow, and discover what you truly want in relationships. Give her space, re-engage with confidence, and understand when it's time to move on. Embrace the journey and keep an open mind about the possibilities that lie ahead. Cultivating a positive mindset and seeking support can make all the difference in how you navigate these challenges. Scene shifts to a montage of positive interactions, friends laughing, someone pursuing a new hobby, and moments of self-reflection. Ultimately, every experience shapes who you are. By staying true to yourself and learning from each situation, you'll not only grow stronger, but also attract the right people into your life. So don't let one person's silence define your worth. You're capable of so much more, and the right connections are just around the corner. Cut back to the creator, wrapping up with a warm smile. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.